You know, when I think about TikTok, I can't help but feel this mix of fascination and concern. I mean, here's this app that has completely transformed the way we communicate, express ourselves, and even perceive the world around us. It's like a digital playground that's captured the hearts and minds of millions of young people. But what does that really mean for youth culture today? Let's dive into this because honestly, it's a conversation we need to have. First off, let's talk about creativity. TikTok has opened up this incredible space for self-expression. It's not just about the dances or the lip-syncing, it's a canvas for storytelling. You've got young creators using the platform to share their experiences, thoughts, and talents in ways we've never seen before. Gone are the days when you needed a fancy camera or a team of people to produce content. Now, anyone with a smartphone can create something that resonates with millions. And that's powerful. It's like a democratization of creativity. You can be a kid in your bedroom, and suddenly, you're part of a global conversation. But let's not gloss over the pressure that comes with that. With the rise of influencers, there's this constant comparison game happening. Scrolling through TikTok, you see these perfectly curated lives, and it's easy to feel like you don't measure up. For many young people, that can lead to anxiety and self-esteem issues. They're bombarded with images of what's deemed cool or successful, and it can feel overwhelming. It's a double-edged sword. On one hand, TikTok empowers creativity, but on the other, it can create unrealistic standards that are hard to live up to. Then there's the whole issue of trends. TikTok is like this ever-spinning wheel of trends that can change overnight. One day, everyone's doing the latest dance challenge, and the next, it's all about a specific recipe or a meme format. It's exhilarating, but it can also feel exhausting. Keeping up with trends can become a full-time job, and for some, it's a source of stress. You don't want to be the one left out of the latest craze, right? So you find yourself glued to your phone trying to stay relevant. And let's talk about the algorithm. It's like this mysterious entity that knows you better than you know yourself. It learns your preferences and serves you content that it thinks you'll enjoy. On one hand, that's amazing. You discover new creators, new ideas, and new perspectives that you might never have encountered otherwise. But on the flip side, it can create echo chambers. If you're only seeing content that aligns with your views, how can you grow? How can you challenge your beliefs? It's a slippery slope, and it's something we need to be aware of. Now, let's not forget about the social aspect. TikTok has become a platform for community building. You see groups forming around shared interests, whether it's a specific hobby, a social issue, or even just a shared sense of humor. It's like a digital campfire where people gather to share stories, support each other, and find camaraderie. For many young people, especially those who might feel isolated in their everyday lives, this sense of belonging can be incredibly valuable. It's a way to connect with others who understand you, and that's a beautiful thing. However, there's this persistent fear of missing out, or FOMO, that's amplified by TikTok. You watch your friends post about their lives, their parties, their adventures, and it's hard not to feel like you're missing something. It's like this constant reminder that everyone else is living their best life while you're just there. It can lead to feelings of loneliness and exclusion, even when you're surrounded by people. You start to question your worth, your friendships, and your experiences. And let's not overlook the impact of TikTok on activism. Young people are using the platform to raise awareness about important social issues, from climate change to racial justice to mental health. It's incredible to see how a simple video can spark conversations and mobilize movements. TikTok has given a voice to a generation that is passionate about making a difference. But here's the catch. The fast-paced nature of the platform can sometimes dilute the messages. Important issues can get lost in the noise of trends and challenges. It's a balancing act, and it's something we need to navigate carefully. As we look at the influence of TikTok on youth culture, we can't ignore the role of mental health. The it's anxiety, depression, or the challenges of growing up. Many creators are using their platforms to talk about their experiences, and that's crucial. It helps to destigmatize mental health issues and encourages open conversations. But again, there's a fine line. While sharing can be therapeutic, it can also lead to oversharing and a sense of vulnerability that some might not be ready for. So, what does all of this mean? TikTok is shaping youth culture in profound ways, both positively and negatively. It's a platform that fosters creativity, builds communities, and amplifies voices. But it also brings challenges like comparison, pressure, and the risk of isolation. As we navigate this digital landscape, it's essential for young people to find a balance. Engage with the content that inspires you, but also take breaks when it feels overwhelming. Connect with others, but remember that social media is just one part of your life. At the end of the day, TikTok is a reflection of our culture, our values, and our challenges. It's up to us to shape how we use it. So let's embrace the creativity, foster the connections, and advocate for the changes we want to see in the world. After all, the future is in the hands of the youth, and they're ready